Look at the material. Hey my girlies, what's up? Welcome or welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing an affordable drugstore makeup look. I had to go and have a little gander in the affordable makeup stores and just see what's new. And to my surprise, I feel like in the UK we're going a little bit backwards, especially with the shade ranges that are available when you go in, and even online. Like bronzers, where art thou? I feel like people think you have to spend hundreds of pounds to get a really nice makeup look. There is a difference in the quality, but doesn't mean you can't get a really good beats. Let's be clear, it can be done. I need to moisturize my lips, guys. If you have watched my favorites videos, this has been in my favorites so long. This is the e.l.f. lip oil, so good, and it doesn't turn your lips black. No shade, but it doesn't. This is in the shade Pink Quartz, but honestly with these lip oils, they kind of come out sheer, so they basically look clear on the lips, but these are my absolute favorite. For moisturizer, I use the CeraVe moisturizing lotion. It's not my fave, but it does a good job. I just feel like I wish it had a little bit more like of a moisture feeling. I feel like this feels a little bit more water-based than I would like, but it's still really good, and I did use it today. And then for sunscreen, I use my Beauty of Joe Sin sunscreen. This is the Relief Sun Aqua Fresh Rice and B5 SPF 50+. Of course, we have to go in for primer. I know some people feel like they can skip it. It's makeup insurance. Just put it on the skin. It just helps your makeup last longer. Even if your makeup lasts long without it, imagine how long your makeup can last with it. Do you know what I mean? It's just makeup insurance. Just do it. Just buy it. Just get it. Okay. This one I have been loving. This is newer to my collection. This is the Maybelline Grippy Serum. I mean, it was pink, so it wasn't a hard sell. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought it was cute. But when I actually used it, really, really nice. I also, just to mention to you guys, I also have been using this one. I tried this NYX face glue out. This has been like everywhere on socials. I do like this. I don't want to say I hate the packaging, but I just feel like, why is it like this? But anyway, we're gonna use this one today. I'm just gonna apply it on, and I'm pretty generous with my primer. Like, I don't overdo it, but I just make sure my primer just gets where it needs to get. Look how tacky that is. We love to see it. I actually have two e.l.f. products. This is an absolute fave of mine. This is the Halo Glow liquid filter. Love, love, love her down. Always will. Probably gonna use this today. I did want to mention this foundation. This is the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. My only gripe with this is just the shade. I went into store and this was the only shade in my range available in store. I might put a little bit in with this just to give me a little, you know, summer bronzy vibe. e.l.f. is one of them brands that are doing a really good job of keeping the girlies like together on the affordable makeup side. They have so many really good products, so I'm just gonna apply this to the skin. I absolutely love this brush. It's actually from Amazon, and I'm just gonna stipple this into the skin. Like, look at the skin. Eyeshadow, I feel like these two palettes are pretty good. Now, this is super affordable. This is from Beauty Bay. I believe this is like a £8–9 palette. Sometimes they even have it on sale for £5. This is the Rich palette. Look at those shades. They're so pretty. They did send me this one in PR, but I have purchased Beauty Bay shadows on my own, and they are amazing. But since I've used this, I feel like in another video, I feel like I'm going to try something else. So this is one of the Morphe and new Chroma Plus palettes that they've come out with, and this is the shade Flickering Sand. This is the most like neutral one that I feel like they have, and that may work for deeper skin on a regular day. And then to prep the eyes, I'm actually going to use the Morphe Solo Artist Cream Shadow Bases. I mean, you could always use concealer. Like, if in doubt, use a concealer. You don't have to go out and buy a base. So I'm just going to prep my eyes real quick. Just going to give it a very quick blend all over. And try and get it as smooth and like even as possible. I know sometimes you can't get it perfect, but just try and get even. I'm gonna go into these two shades and blend them. This is, I think, Sizzling Sun and Call Your Bluff. I'm gonna bring those two shades on the edges and kind of soften the eye, because you know when you put eyeshadow base on, sometimes it feels really harsh, especially if you use a lighter shade. So going in with like a skin tone shade and like a bit of warmth just really helps like bring it down and make it easier for you to blend. And that's why I'm such a big advocate for brands putting a nice brown in their palette, so brown skin, dark skin, black women can actually use a palette without having to go into another palette for some neutrals. Like, I just feel like we're beyond that. But yeah, let me not rant. For a lid shade, I'm just gonna go in, I think, with this light brown, just like a quick simple glam, you know. I believe that is called It's Paradise. And I'm just gonna pop that on my lid. I'm gonna go into the dark brown. I'm literally just gonna do like a V and like give definition. I feel like I'm gonna use a little, like the tiniest amount of black just to add to the depth, because I think it's kind of blended into my skin a little bit. So I'm just gonna use literally a tiny like dot of that black and just kind of bring the effect up just slightly. Guys, the makeup's eating. Let's get into concealers. I have these two right now. This is the Morphe, what's this called? The Morphe Wake Up Artist Under Eye Correcting Concealer. I have it in the shade Clove 11.25N, and then I also have this e.l.f. concealer that I like to use for added brightness, which I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. I think I might just stick with this, but let's see. These are super creamy. I always apply my concealer upwards at the side to give me that cat eye eyeliner effect without eyeliner. That is like my signature, like when I do my makeup. This is Chestnut 11 Warm. I'm just gonna apply a little bit of that just to like balance that, because I feel like that concealer was a little bit too neutral, which I don't mind, but I want a brightness, you know. Now for bronzer, I actually don't have any cream bronzers that I particularly enjoy or that I've seen that have caught my eye, but I do have some deeper concealers, and then I do have this bronzer contour from e.l.f. This is in the shade, what is the shade? I can't even see it. Rich. Now my only issue with this is I just feel like it's super cool. Like if you're gonna say bronzer and contour, like give us the warmth, give us the sun-kissed vibe. Why is this so cool? Like, do you see, like it's just giving very much contour. It doesn't give that warmth to the skin, which I absolutely love on me. So I don't know. And then I do have these Morphe concealers in deeper shades. I think I'll go in with 14C though, just because I feel like it at least gives us something. Yeah, I haven't done liquid contour or bronzer in so long. I don't really know what's the vibe. Blends out so beautifully, but I would say this feels like more medium coverage of the concealer, which I'm not mad at. We're going to use this e.l.f. This is the 16-hour camo concealer in Tanner Neutral. It is a super light shade just to brighten this up a bit and just take the makeup up a notch. And then I'm going to quickly blend out this contour on my nose. Oh, real quick. Okay, something real slight. Let's blend out this concealer and then we'll do bronzer last. With the lighter concealer, I like to keep it like literally no further than here. I think the concealer together works really, really well. Go back in with a bit of bronzer here. Just gonna blend out from the forehead first. I'm just using the bottom side of my sponge and just literally pressing it in. I know some people prefer brushes, but I feel like the sponge is just gonna give you that diffused like soft beat. I just feel like brushes, they can create such a pretty look, but I feel like it just takes much more work. I'm not going to lie, I'm a powder snob. I just feel like invest in the powder. Like just go and buy the expensive powder. It's just not save you a lot of trial and error and a lot of just extra bag. I do have this Revolution banana powder and this is pretty good. I used to use this like when I first started wearing makeup and I was able to do like no flashback look. Like it was giving. This is what she looks like. I'm gonna use this e.l.f. I believe this is the mineral powder brush. This is such an old brush, I don't even know if you can get it, but any like girl, any like powder brush that you have, like it's quite small, and I'm just gonna pack it in. And now before I do this, I always go back in with my beauty sponge and just make sure directly under the eyes is blended. There's nothing settling into any fine lines, just so that when I put powder on top that it's not settling, it's just like smoothing everything down. Just gonna literally tap on, and I just put a little on the brush, tap off any excess, and then I go ahead. I just feel like the least powder I can use, the better. How could I forget my liquid blush? This is in the shade Very Well, I feel like the shade is slept on, but it's so good. I know a lot of people love the fuchsia pink. I have that one as well, but this one I think is so flattering. So I'm just going to apply a tiny bit. I didn't get to powder this side, but obviously I did do this side. So I'm just going to try and like quickly blend that in. Pigment is there. We're going to have to figure this out. Okay. I really didn't take you guys through that because I kind of panicked because it's on powder and I just was feeling like I don't know how it's going to blend, but she blended beautifully. Love that. Same to this side. I'll take it a little slower, but I'm literally just popping the brush on top and just like stippling it until it kind of diffuses. And now we're going to go into powder bronzer. Now this is an area where I struggled and I feel like I've gone backwards in because I could not find a good bronzer for deep skin in the affordable drugstore section. Now NYX did come out with these buttermelt bronzers, but I just feel like they missed the mark. When you swatch them, it's like it's red. It's red, it looks like blush. I'm gonna have to go into an oldie but a goodie that I'm literally holding on to dear life because they discontinued her. This is the Revolution Splendor bronzer, the glow bronzers. I've hit pan and like I barely use her because I just, so good. They need to come back out with this. Like Revolution, if you ever see this video, please, I'm an advocate for bringing these back. They were so good. The shade range was amazing, like just 10 out of 10. High-end bronzers I do like. Fenty's like one of my faves. And I would definitely recommend a Fenty bronzer, but yeah, I just can't believe we're going backwards in like 2025. It's insane. So I'm just gonna apply some bronzer to the skin. I'm also gonna use a little powder and just like clean up just under my eye here because I feel like sometimes product just comes a bit too low. And I'm also going to use that powder and just go slightly under the eye just to do a slight amount of baking because this is quite a light powder. I don't want to do too much. I think I'm going to go into the bronzer. I'm just going to use it as blush today. Do you guys see, like, that is nowhere near a bronzer. Like, there's no way. That is a blush through and through. I'm just going to apply it up here. And I do have a little blush blindness, as they would call it. I just love a good blush, especially in the summer. Like, blush me up, honey. Like, let's get into it for real. So I'm just gonna tap down this powder now. What I do is I just tap it in and kind of like press it into the blush and just kind of make everything kind of neutral. Whatever excess I have, I like to go above my brows, my forehead, and on my nose slightly. So now I want to go into this e.l.f. Halo Glow Pressed Powder in a Rich Warm. This is in the shade Rich Warm and I think it's number 62. I'm just going to use this brush. It's actually a blush brush from Kaleidos. But I'm just going to use that powder and set like around my mouth, my jawline, sometimes on my forehead. Just anywhere I didn't really use too much powder, just to like lock everything in before we go in with a setting spray. And what I like about this powder is it's super soft. Like, it doesn't add too much of a finish to my face, and that's what I like. I don't want to like completely mattify. The setting spray, this e.l.f. This is the Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist. I need to repurchase her. Is there a little, oh no, there's a little left. We can probably get a little bit out of her. While that dries down, I'll just clean my lips. I'm the only one. I can't do a lip combo on like lips with makeup, but I have to completely clean my lips. I actually had a little gander and I found 2 lip liners that I think would work well. I have one of them now, but I'm actually waiting on one for the delivery because I just feel like the ones that were there, they just look a little dirty and I just need to order my own from the warehouse. So that's what I did. But I do have this liner. This is the Revolution Plumping Lip Liner in the shade Espresso Cool Brown. The only thing that's put me off with this is it's not a regular pencil. Call me traditional. I like a regular pencil that I can just sharpen, straight, easy to the point. Don't give me this new technology that I don't know how to be doing. Lip liner should be so simple. But is this like twisty? I guess it's a twisty cap. Yeah, so I don't know how sharp it's going to stay or how that's going to work, but we're going to use her. Okay, this is my first impression, but guys, I think that's pretty dark and pretty good. Like, you guys know, if you're not new here, you guys know I love like a 90s like dark lip line. So I was very like, I wasn't in expectation of finding something. So when I found this, I was like, oh wow, I think that's pretty dark. What kind of technology is this? Like, I know it's a plumping lip liner, but I didn't expect to actually feel it. I thought it was marketing. I can actually feel my lips being plumped from the liner. I also picked up this. I saw this was new, and this is the Makeup Revolution new gloss sticks, and these gave me dupes for the Fenty like sticks that they had. I was always intrigued by them, but I just was never moved to buy it. But I saw Makeup Revolution came out with their own. I said, oh, let me test this out. So I ended up getting the shade Creme Brulee Mauve. Can we appreciate the packaging? Like, how cute and sleek is this? The brand new fresh packaging. I don't know how I feel about it, because it's meant to be like a gloss stick, but it just feels like a, like, I get where it's coming from, but it feels kind of like a lip balm. I feel like I gotta keep playing about with it, but it is pretty cute. I am gonna go on top with this Rimmel lip butter. I really like these. I really wanted to get this in there. I think it's called the Latte shade, but I ended up getting Vanilla Frost, which is kind of like a clear kind of consistency, but I really do like this lip butter. And yeah, it's in the shade Vanilla Floss. I'm just gonna put this on top just for a little like glossy vibe. And you see the difference that makes. Like, this to me is like me. Usually with the e.l.f. setting spray, I can kind of go with that. I don't really need anything else. But I recently got this L'Oreal Infallible setting spray, and I just love using this as like a final setting spray just to seal everything in. That's not to say my other setting sprays don't work well. They do, but I just like to like do a little double. So this is the L'Oreal Infallible 3-second setting mist. I'm sorry guys, I was just spitting up a little bit. I had to like kind of clean the nozzle a bit, but I'm just gonna put a little bit more. Okay, whatever that was, because I don't know why the nozzle was kind of spitting up like that. Like, I've never experienced that, but we got the setting spray on the face. That's all that matters. And yeah, this is a finished look. I'm gonna kind of mattify it slightly in this area. Just gonna take my powder puff and just like that. I just prefer more of a soft matte finish with like a nice like natural kind of glow, but like a matte glow. I don't know if that makes sense. So this is the finished look, if I do say so myself. It's giving a flawless, like, little pat on the back, because I definitely came through. I will list everything I use in the description box. If you guys have any other questions or anything, feel free to drop them down below. Give me a nice thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of my uploads, and I will see you guys in the next one.